2020, fresh into the pandemic on Valentine's Day. You married yourself for your music video, The Truth. Why did you do that?
Well, I think there's this narrative and a lot of questions that have come about in my career, especially in my later career. Why are you not married? Why do you not have
Mm.
kids? How come no one has wifed you up? You know, there's been many proposals, etc. But what I wanted to convey was a different message and also a real
Good for
message for
you.
me because of this fixation on marriage for women and men and age for me especially, and what that feels like. Not all women can have children.
Yeah.
Not all women want children. Not all
Yeah.
men want children or want to be married, and that's okay. Everyone's lives are different. But marrying myself was not a physical ceremony. It was in the music video, and I think what happened in the press with just one picture and the fixation um, was shown. So,
Hmm.
why are people fixated on this idea? Because that's how we were raised in this particular society, that you're not an honest woman. Oh, you must be a liar if you're not married, or some man has not
Hmm.
swept you off of your feet. From the early movies that
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
see, animated movies, where we have to give up a gift or a part of ourselves to live this happily ever life.
Yeah.
I think not. So, what is it about this that is not resonating with me is the question. So, in a spiritual journey, and I'm always on one, um, it was about getting to the core of who Maya is and self love and committing to myself. And what does that look like is the question. You can't obviously think you're going to attract anything good for you if you're not together. So this was about self work, self
Mm.
realization, self love,
Mm.
self boundaries. And it had nothing to do with anyone else. And so what that means is putting in, well, taking in and taking on positive energy from what I tune into, what I'm putting into my body, sleep, recharging as I exert myself in my life or career, making sure that my cup is full as a provider, and making sure that I also learn how to say no in certain
Yeah.
circumstances as a giver. Um, that's what that spiritual marriage was about. Physically, it was conveyed with a wedding dress, with what people understand most in this society in particular. But that was also a song that I wrote with that concept in mind. Speaking to
Yeah.
yourself highly with positive words, uh, so that you choose you in times where the
Yeah.
world might not be choosing you and you may not feel worthy, or you're questioning, how come? Because everyone else is questioning you. How come? It starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
It literally starts with you, and everything else branches out just like a tree. So, what you put into you, you receive back from the world. And so, this is also confrontation with myself. No excuses. Get it together. And that's what,
Wow.
in a nutshell, a spiritual marriage looks like. And it shows up eventually physically in all areas of your life, financially, mentally, emotionally, professionally. And now people are asking me what my secret is. My secret literally is marrying myself spiritually and
Hey.
committing to myself in all areas of my life where maybe I was lacking, putting the love
Hmm.
back into
That's
you.
beautiful.
Yeah. And then that
That's
allows you to
beautiful.
give
That's
back to
beautiful.
the world and fulfill your purpose. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
everyone's purpose.
beautiful.
Yeah. But people don't get that.
That is
Oh,
a
you're conceited.
y-
Why did you marry
yeah,
yourself?
yeah,
Oh,
no.
this is disconnect.
Yeah. I
No,
didn't
no, that's not what
it,
this
I
is.
I understood that there was a message there, but you explaining that made me think like why do we have to adhere to what society says? If you can really be comfortable in your own skin knowing that's what you did, that that translates in a lot of different ways. And that's when I was going back to, you're very comfortable. This is what you've decided to do. And it's work. We all do. We always have to do the work. All of us every day have to do the work. And I think that message resonates with women such as myself, single, you know what I mean? I'm not married, I don't have kids. And what's wrong with you? And you're like, nothing. I'm perfectly fine, actually. Perfectly fine.
Everyone's life is not supposed to look the same. So
It's not supposed to look the same. Yeah.
I embrace adversity. I embrace the place of love that sometimes criticism, or we can take as criticism, comes from, because maybe there is a beautiful experience that other people want you to share. And so
Yeah.
correcting my thoughts as well as I intake so many opinions of the world, regardless
Mm,
of the topic, that's self-correction
mm,
and self-assessment, which is also a part of that self-love journey. Not beating up yourself, or I would say being absorbed by the negativity that our thoughts can
yeah.
immediately go to.